Hello, my beautiful divine collective of angels. Welcome back to New World Angel. The vibe I got today was very spicy. I don't know, throwing caution to the wind type energy. So let's just get into it. See what's going on, how I can help my collective today. If you guys are seeing this after Halloween, just know my readings are timeless. So if this message calls to you and it resonates, don't feel like because it's not current time, because I do pre-record these, that it's not relevant. There is certainly a message in here for you. I added new cards to my decks. See if any of them pull out. I love it when they pull out after I just created them because you know that the energy is relevant. Okay, we want clear messages. A very clear message. This one wants to come out. They know you know. Oh, Lord. What does that mean? They know you know. Now you know they know you know. Okay, we'll get into that one. They know you know. I'm not going to read this one. Well, maybe I should. It's giving Robin, not Batman vibes. So. If they know, I know. Now they know, I know, you know, they know. Riddle me that. Okay, what else? Ooh. Real estate is involved. Okay. Somebody moving. Chai. Maybe somebody likes chai. Or it's just that season. Chai season. Your move, collective. Ooh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? It's right next to they know you know. This is getting interesting. It is getting spicy, isn't it? All right, what else? What else for the collective? Real estate is involved. Okay. Somebody moving, contemplating a move. I don't know, just liquidating assets or investing in assets. I don't think any of these cards have ever come out before in a reading, which is fun. Piece by piece, layer by layer. that's sitting next to real estate is involved. Maybe settling of an estate can be a part of this. I only say that because piece by piece, layer by layer, it can be overwhelming if you've lived somewhere for a long time or family members live somewhere for a long time and it's like a necessity that they move or you move, and it can all be very overwhelming and daunting. I just sold my own home as I am a realtor, and it shocked me to like have the feelings a normal like seller would have throughout the process, because I do it every day that I feel so removed from like how they might feel and like the emotions that they're going through, but it was so overwhelming and I wasn't even purchasing at the same time. So basically this piece by piece, layer by layer is like take things one step at a time. Like I packed up my house over the course of a year. Spiritual leader. Maybe you're seeing a spiritual leader. You have a spiritual leader in your community. You consider yourself a spiritual leader. Or you're seeking out a spiritual leader and somehow you found your way to my channel. In which case, welcome. I hope I can help you today. They know you know. They know you know something about real estate. They know you know real estate is involved. I put chai in my cards just as like a signifier. Like if you're confused as to like who you might be dealing with, for whatever reason, chai is maybe something they like or hate, you know? Like you've seen them order it before, or they just loathe it. There's no in between. What else in the collective energy today that'll be a helpful message? Make it clear, concise. TMZ wanted to fall out. So maybe I'm dealing with some sort of somebody who gets noticed, finds themselves in TMZ. Or maybe you will be in TMZ soon. Disinformation, misinformation, gossip. What else? This is too many. Too many. friendship. Ebony and ivory. Harvesting sacral energy. You don't need these people, they need you. Extortion. But you're a genius. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Plot twist. Something that you're doing is the plot twist. We love that. Okay. They know you know real estate is involved. Chai. Your move, collective. Piece by piece, layer by layer. Spiritual leader. Maybe you're working yourself up to be a spiritual leader. We got TMZ involved with some sort of friendship. Ebony and ivory. Harvesting sacral energy. You don't need these people. They need you. Extortion. You're a genius. And plot twist. So, by the way, this is Vernors. If you guys have never had Vernors ginger ale before, you're not living. You need to seek this out. It's a Michigan ginger ale. People want to call it ginger pop. No, it's ginger ale. This is true ginger ale, the way it's supposed to taste. So, if you've never tried it, try it. It burns so good. You just have to experience it to know. Okay. This is interesting. Let's get, let's just see the planets. Planetary energy, astrological energy. What's prevalent here? The collective needs to do something because people know they know about it. Your move, collective. What you gonna do? Extortion. This you're a genius plot twist situation is interesting. You have a Taurus. I have. Taurus is also the sign of finances. Certainly property, investments. Outward appearances. Can be very nurturing. Stubborn. Hard to change, like hard-headed. Taurus energy, certainly finances, real estate involved. What is a prevalent energy in the collective right now? What's super critical to this storyline? possessions. I feel like somebody getting caught up in possessions, like super materialistic is what I get. But I mean, if you're dealing with real estate, you have to be materialistic. It's business, you know. Can't get emotions tied up into it. What else? Why are none of these falling out? Libra, I balance. And Leo, I will. So we have I have, I balance, and I will. That's the fiery energy I was getting. This is also the you're a genius plot twist. I balance. This is your move collective. Okay. These are good energies to have. I mean, Taurus is earth. Libra is air. Leo is fire. The only thing you're missing is water. Okay. I balance, and I will. Pardon. Let's just get right into it, shall we? What is this they know you know situation? They know, you know, now you know, they know, you know, they know. Spirit, tell us current energy for they know you know. What is this about? Lovers, temperance, possibly healing some sort of situation with a soulmate, coming to terms with a soulmate. What's current energy for they know you know? Why is this pulling up? The Your Move Collective, I literally just made like either today or yesterday. So I love that that came out. What's the current energy on they know you know? What is the collective aware of that maybe they shouldn't be? Okay, the Empress. Now you're creating something. That you're the one who's bringing in justice. And that justice is coming to you. That's the Libra, I balance. You're balancing the scales out. Damn, this is a lot of major arcana energy. This isn't like small day-to-day stuff. You're under like, you got the Empress, Justice, and the Magician. So funny. It kind of follows suit with the cards that I just pulled out. The Empress. This is Taurus energy. It is ruled by Venus. So she is the one that creates things, builds, like brings things into actual existence. Stands alone, doesn't need a man. Justice, ruled by Libra. It's Libra energy. Scales of justice, something working out in your favor. Possibly wherever you came from, whatever you are creating, let's say, is what is bringing in justice for you. And whatever you're doing, you're going about it in a really smart way. Like you're a genius and it's bringing about a plot twist to this situation. Magician. While this isn't Leo energy, it's the initial thought process of what you want to do. So the I will is the carry through part. Yeah, you have all the tools to make this happen, whatever it is that you're doing. So they know, you know. They are aware that you are bringing in balance and justice for yourself over this extortion situation and harvesting of sacral energy. You don't need these people, they need you. So they know you know. And you are just, it's like you are totally taking your power back and you're like, fuck this. This is how it's actually going to go down. Let me show you. Step aside. Yeah, who wouldn't want to harvest off of an Empress's sacral energy? She's the one that manifests shit. She's the one who brings things into existence. So there's a lot of creativity involved with her. That's what her yellow cloak is about. It's all about initiation, creativity, solar plexus energy too. They know you know. Give us more information on this Empress, Justice, Magician situation. So they're aware that the Empress is bringing about she's manifesting solely, singly, her balance in this situation. And they're very much aware of it. Tell us how. Current energy. I don't want past energy. I want current energy. No past energy, I want current. How is she doing this? How is she bringing about justice? With your words, speaking the truth, being authoritative about it, you get a direct, she carries the sort of truth, like, so whatever you're saying, you're like standing on it, and that's what's building you up. That's what's bringing in justice. Yeah, you're talking about things in secret that, like, they don't want you to talk about. This harvesting of sacral energy in the extortion situation, yeah, you're speaking about it. And because you're speaking about it, it's bringing about a balancing of the situation and truth and justice. Yeah. justice over missed opportunities of the past. Possibly depression, just feeling like you were just sort of not a part of your, like, you didn't have a role to play in bringing about, like, you felt trapped essentially, that you couldn't bring about your own justice in this situation until, plot twist, you did. Yeah, until you were just like, fuck it, I've got better things to do. They need me more than I need them. So you said, bye. I'm going to go over here in secret. You were doing this quietly without telling anyone. Piece by piece, layer by layer, you built yourself up into this spiritual leader. Manifesting just like healing energy, manifesting your own self-healing, opening up your heart a little bit more, manifesting love, forgiveness after a time of just thinking things through. It's funny because both the magician, he's holding, like, you can see, he's holding that sphere in his hand, kind of represents like the world, like, what do you want? Crystal ball style. And the hermit is like also holding up the world, and it's like, I can see now, I understand, I get it. I realize what's been going on. I just needed to take some time away. I needed to walk away so that I can begin to understand what it is that, like, I truly, like, am trying to do here. Okay. So that's currently what's going on. They know you know about all the extortion and that you are currently like, you're just working in silence, doing your own thing, building yourself up, becoming this spiritual leader piece by piece, layer by layer, and talking about things that they don't want you to talk about. You know too much. But yeah, you're like, I don't care what you have to say. I'm going to do that. So that's where I'll be if you need me. We love that. Let's see. What is this Your Move collective? What does the collective need to do? It's their move. Do I want this one? No, I want this deck. I apologize. I speak so much and these videos are so long that by the time I freaking take a drink after a video, all the ice is melted, and that's just gross. Okay, Your Move collective. What do you need to do? Give us current energy on what the collective, I guess, what's the best move for the collective? Like, what's going to help them out the best in this situation? What do they need to do? What sort of movement is needed on their end that's going to be in their best interests? Your Move collective. All right, spirit guides, tell us what's going to be in the collective's best interest to do going forward. Continue to work hard. Continue to put the time in. Continue to study. We never stop studying. Continue to invest in yourself. Continue to work hard against, people are just always going to talk. Like TMZ, for instance, there's misinformation. That's what I get from this card, the Seven of Wands. There's going to be misinformation spoken about you, projections, whatever people want to say or do in regards to your work. You're just going to have to work beyond it. Like, know that it's there, but, like, don't put too much time and energy into it. And just know that, like, Judgment Day is coming. Just because, maybe not everyone is aware of what's been going on. Like, the people that need to be aware are aware. Those being, like, spirit guides, God, like, don't worry, they'll get theirs in due time. You just keep working. Your move, collective, yeah. Continue to work to overcome, like, getting out of this. I don't know, you might just feel like you've lost, like, opportunities, money. You might be currently going through a sickness, small illness or something like that. But, continue working to overcome what people are going to do. Because it's always going to be there. Like, Judgment Day is coming no matter what, and we don't have control over that. So the idea here is just keep moving forward. Don't feel like you're the only one outcasted, because you're not. And it wants you to move away. That's what this is. Like, it's time for you to go. You have a lot of shit on your plate. You're doing a lot. I kind of feel like you're juggling a lot, but it's not getting you anywhere. Like, it hasn't gotten you anywhere. Like, you feel like you should be further along than you actually are, but I think that's the universe telling you, like, yeah, you're putting in all this hard work, and you're not really getting the benefits that you feel like are deserved. And so that's it's a straight up sign from the universe to be like, it's time to move on. Real estate is involved. Like, it's time to go. Set a new course for yourself. Yeah, exactly. Create a new beginning. Invest in something different. Maybe this is your genius plot twist as well, where it's like, what a great idea. Yeah. Invest in that new beginning. Invest in the home. Yeah, there's celebrations. It's going to feel so good for you to go. Yes. This new beginning, this move, will make you feel so free. You have to take the first step. So it goes from idea, knowing that this idea is like a good one and that it makes you feel good just thinking about it. But now the hard part comes where, like Empress energy steps in, and it's like you need to bring that shit into existence. So possibly like you're beginning to take the steps, maybe like finally getting comfortable with the idea of like moving, or like that's the direction that you're heading in. But now it's like putting like your nose to the grindstone, right? Like getting things in order, whether that's like figuring out like where you ultimately want to live, or you know, certain aspects of like where you're at now, what you really love about that home, and what you want to make sure like you have in the next home. But whatever the case may be, it's like now is the time, piece by piece, layer by layer, to take those steps forward. I don't know, getting pre-approved if like money is a thing for you. And that's the first step that people don't want to like look at, is the pre-approval process, but it's the most important part. And it's like you need to understand how much you can actually afford. And like, are your expectations totally out of whack with like where you are at financially? Because that's a big part to all of this. It's a big part of planning. Like, get it out of the way. Your Move Collective, both physically and mentally, spiritually. I want to get into this "you're a genius" plot twist situation. Why did this come out? Current energy on "you're a genius" plot twist. Why is the collective a genius? And what is this plot twist all about? You're a genius plot twist. Why is the collective a genius, and what is this plot twist? You're a genius plot twist. What is this all about? Current energy. Again, with the Queen of Swords. You're saying something. You are a spiritual leader. Like, you're a genius. Queen of Swords. Super smart. You know what to say, when to say, and when to say it, and how to say it. Yeah. That's getting you victory. There's a need to be humble about this. Like, you can't just be all... Like, people don't want to hear somebody just gloating about how amazing they are and like, hey, I'm a spiritual leader or whatever, you know, like people don't want to hear that. But whatever it is that you're saying, people appreciate it, and it's the truth. Like, it's giving back to you in the same way that you give to others. Yeah, it's allowing you the ability to kind of like, you know, just be stable and consistent and kind of like build a foundation for yourself. Yes, plot twist, Queen of Pentacles, business owner, starting a new business. You had a lot of options for like how you wanted to go about this. But the Queen of Pentacles is diligent about how she goes about things. She's smart. She considers all the options, chooses the right thing, is practical. Yeah. You do have a lot on your plate, but like you're able to manage to it just fine. What about this Queen of Wands? Queen of Cups. The Moon. You're a genius. Plot twist. I'm just trying to take this all in. All the queens are out here. Again, Empress energy, which we started it off with. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, like, you saw through all this bullshit about, like, how they need you more than you need them. That's the Seven of Cups. You're like, okay, I see what's going on here. And I'm just going to, make the decision to move on. And you did. All these queens out here are you. Like, the plot twist is that, surprise, you took matters into your own hands and balanced your emotions first before you really invested in anything. But like, the Queen of Wands was able to maintain her composure enough in secret, but to overcome everything that was done, all the extortion and shit in the past. This is your I will. That's the Leo energy. Yeah, it went from like preservation into forward movement. This whole storyline is about preservation of like where you were at into like actual movement forward, planning, preparation, just a lot of due diligence, a lot of work, a lot of like time blocking. I feel like only investing your time into what's absolutely necessary and diligent to do. And if that's not where you're currently at, that's where you need to be. The plot twist is whatever you're about to pop out with, people aren't going to be expecting it, I feel like. Give us more energy on this plot twist. Give us energy on this plot twist situation. Plot twist energy. What is this about? Yeah, the plot twist is that you are no longer in stagnation. Like, you know the exact direction that you're heading in and how it's going to pay off for you in the end. Like, you're going to be so stoked by this. You're coming out of stagnation and you're taking the necessary steps towards happiness, working with others, community, celebrations. Holiday season is coming up, so maybe that's going to be like a big thing for you. I don't know, maybe people didn't think that like you had it in you to like make it through this. Anything else, Spirit? Like, any helpful energies for the collective to take forward on their journey? Like, what should they embody? Anything else? This is great energy. Yeah. It's the end of all the trials and tribulations, the end of the struggle. Yeah. The beginning of happiness, creativity, joy, childlike innocence. You're just going to be super content about where this takes you. Yeah. Happy that you went through all of this and that it's ended and you came out the other end super powerful. And there's a King of Cups waiting there. It's the end of the deceit and lies and shit that's being spoken over you. Well, this is wonderful. Okay, well, people are excited about whatever it is that you are working on and going to bring about to the collective. You are a spiritual leader of sorts. So maybe I'm speaking to another reader or whatever the case may be, like the shit from the past is done and over with. Like they can't harvest off of your sacral energy anymore. Because whatever you did is it's working and you are just moving full steam ahead. So congratulations. I feel like this was more validation than anything. I will come back and do another one today, but I hope this was helpful, gave you some validation, clarification, and I will be back for another one. Okay, bye guys. See ya.